Hello, Facebook. Give me a moment. I just finished my live stream with IMF Brandon. Okay, where's my... Here we go. All right. Share to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we go. We are all shared out on Facebook. Let's get ourselves to Instagram. Nope. Nope. Hey, y'all. Okay. No. And no. Delete it. Okay. I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you. Sorry, I'm trying to get Instagram started up and the video portion. My camera has been acting up all day. I don't know why. Give me a moment, Facebook, while we figure this out. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. All right, Facebook, give me one moment. I have to reboot my phone. Hello. I just need to give it a second to turn off and then turn it back on. And then we are going to log on to Instagram. And then we're going to have ourselves a good time. So if you didn't notice, I'm a little more dressed up this evening. I had a YouTube interview with IMF Brandon, who will probably be popping on to Instagram while we're on there. I just gotta turn this phone back on. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay, yes. All right, so we are restarting our phone so that we can go onto Instagram. While we do that, how are y'all doing, Facebook? Did you have a good day today? It's Wednesday. We are past the hump, okay? We are here. We are strong. Go us, right? Okay. Turn this around. Yes, all right. Here we go now. Back to basics. Okay. Hello, Creative Concepts. Creative Concepts Customs. Hello. How are you? All right. So, hey guys. We're going to get started at 8:05. And I'm going to introduce myself properly and tell y'all why your girl is so dressed up during quarantine. Got a little lip on, got a little dress on, got my hair did. Yes, just give me a moment while I fire everything up. We're going to get... Ooh, it's already 8:03? Wow. Okay, so we're going to get started in 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. And today's going to be a little different. Hi, Cynthia39. How are you? Thank you, Zephyrina. I'm going to talk about why I'm so dressed up momentarily. Just give me a couple minutes. All right. Actually, no, I'll tell y'all now. I told y'all last night I did an interview tonight with IMF Brandon on his YouTube page. He was interviewing me about my business, and I ain't been nowhere, so I took it as an opportunity to slap some paint on my face and make this hair look like something. So thank you, Zephyrina. To my Facebook friends, I want to remind you, as always, there is a long delay on Facebook, so it can take anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds for me to read your questions and or responses. So please be patient with me, okay? I will get to them as soon as they come up. We are getting started in just 1 minute. Make sure that you share this out to your friends. Have some fun. Tonight we're doing things a little bit different. The title is Back to Basics. We're going to explain what that means very shortly, okay? Okay. Less than a minute. Hey, Hi, hypocrite. Or hypocrite. I don't know what you're trying to say, sir. All right. Hello. All right. We have less than a minute before we get started, everybody. I put on a nice bright color. All right. Okay. It's 8:05. Let's get started. All right. I'm hitting the record button. All right. Okay, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are wondering who I am or what this show is, I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show and the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you're registered with the state, getting EIN numbers, getting DUNS numbers, making sure you have appropriate contracts, teaching you how to hire employees properly, giving you basic brand protection strategies. Hi, that Brandon guy. I do all of that. Okay, that Brandon guy. He was the one I was on with. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute. All right. So if you need help with any of these things, or you're trying to get a business off the ground and you want a legal guide to help you along the way, to put you on the right path for entrepreneurship, you want to hit me up. And the best way to do that is to go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. There you can set up a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client. It is the only link in my Instagram profile, and is all over my page on Facebook, okay? You can also pick up Business Startup Basics. It is basically a crash course in entrepreneurship, giving you all of the steps to getting your business started. And that's actually what we're going to cover tonight. Brandon inspired me. We usually cover stories, but tonight we're going to go back to basics. As well, want to remind you ladies, don't forget, you can still register for your spot at the Power of Three Women's Virtual Summit. I will be a speaker June 26th and 27th, okay? As well, at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and to my podcast where I post the recordings of this broadcast every day. You can watch the entire catalog. There are hundreds of videos on there. And subscribe to the podcast, okay? All right, so that's enough about me. Let's get to the show. The way that the show works is usually I will pull stories from the news that have lessons that we can learn as business owners, and we discuss them as a family. We ask questions, we laugh, all this stuff. But I just finished speaking with Brandon from, he has multiple Instagram handles at IMF Brandon, that Brandon guy. He also runs Get Wealthy Wednesdays. We just had a wonderful conversation about the building blocks of entrepreneurship and the basics of intellectual property. And I wanted to take us back to basics tonight and kind of go over step by step those things that you need to be thinking about when you are starting a business. Because, I talk about different concepts here and there, but I want to take today just to kind of put them together and also answer any questions you might have about these different aspects of entrepreneurship, okay? So at any time, if you have some questions, don't feel shy, drop them in the box. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to say hi to my parents. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Joey. Thank you, Joey, for my birthday gift. Y'all, my birthday is next Tuesday. Hi, Dr. Tammy Francis. My sister, she bought me a gift. It already got here today, all right? So I'm very excited. All right. So tonight we are going back to basics. We are just going to talk about what are the things that you need to be concerned about when you are starting a business. When you finally have your idea and you're like, I'm doing this, what are those things that you should be thinking about? And thank you so much, that Brandon guy, for allowing me to be on your show. Guys, if you want to watch the interview, go to youtube.com/IMF Brandon and go check out my interview. Let me know how I did, okay? That's why I'm looking so good tonight. All right. Okay, so we are getting ready to go. All right, so when we're talking basics, when you want to start a business, hi, Dr. Tammy Francis. When you want to start a business, the first thing that people usually have, or, you start with an idea. You're like, okay, I want to start a business in whatever, right? Awesome. And for a lot of people, that's where it ends. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to start. You don't know what step to take first, right? And that was actually what inspired me to start my business, because I was going out here and I was seeing so many entrepreneurs who were, running businesses without having a business. So one of the first things when you are thinking about starting a business that you need to be thinking about is, what is my business structure going to be? When I was talking to Brandon, I said my favorite example is, you have a lot of people out here running around saying, I'm a CEO, I'm a CEO. If you are a CEO, that means that you're supposed to have a registered corporation with your state. Do you have a registered corporation, right? You need to think about what business entity is your business going to be. Now, there are multiple. You can do a sole proprietorship, a partnership, an LLC, or different formats of corporations. Or if you're doing a nonprofit, there are some specific ones you have to pick. But the very first thing that you need to think about is, what type of business entity am I going to have? And that's going to depend on your type of business and what you're trying to achieve. But at the very least, I like to pick LLCs because they're easy to start and they create a shield between your personal finances and your business finances. Thank you, Dr. Tammy Francis. I had so much fun on the interview, right? So once you pick your business, and all right, so do we understand that picking business entities? If you guys have questions about the different types of business entities, or you want to know about the different types of business entities, I have a book that I wrote on an ebook called Business Entities, picking the right structure for your business. You can go pick that up in my e-store. It is gumroad.com/nplconsultingfirm, and you can pick up the Business Entities ebook for $9.97, all right? So after you have decided what business entity your business is going to be, you need to figure out, okay, you've probably chosen a name. You got to go figure out, is my business name taken with the state? Does my business exist yet in this state? Because you're going to have to register with two people. You got to register for your EIN number, and you got to register with the state. So you go check, your state's registry for any businesses and make sure nobody has your business name. Sometimes you can pay a fee and get your business name reserved, right? And then after that, you have to file your articles of incorporation. Now, there are different applications for the different business entities, and you have to know which application is the right one for you. That is on the state level, and it takes about probably a month for the state to get back to you if there are no problems with your application. Then on the federal side, you need to get your EIN number. Your EIN number, that is your business's social security number. That is how you're going to file business taxes. That is how you're going to pay payroll, okay? So you pick your business entity, you register with the state, and you get your EIN number. Do we understand thus far the building blocks of setting up the business? Give me a thumbs up so I know if we need to go, if we can go forward, or if we need to turn back a little bit. Okay. And for those of you who are wondering about EIN numbers, now the EIN number, that is a completely free service that is provided to you by the IRS. I know that there are some people out here who are charging you, and anywhere upwards. Thank you, that Brandon guy. Thank you, Ronan Poe. Thank you, Dr. Tammy Francis. There are people out here charging you anywhere between $75 and $125 for an EIN number, and they don't even show you how to do it. An EIN number, that is a free service provided by the IRS, but you do have to know how to fill out the application. If you need help filling out the application, I do have a video training on EIN numbers, okay? And you can go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm to pick up the Let's Get EIN Numbers workshop. It was a live workshop that I did, and we literally went to the website and went through every aspect of getting your EIN number, okay? So we've picked our business entity, we've registered with the state, we've got our EIN number. Now, this is a step you may or may not want to take depending on what your business is, but you may also want to get a DUNS number. Actually, most everybody's going to need a DUNS number. If you want to do things like get a line of credit for your business, if you have physical products and you want to get in big box stores, major retailers like Target and Costco, you need a DUNS number. That I call it your business passport. It's going to get you into places that your EIN number is not. As well, there is a new number that the federal government is going to be rolling out in July. It's going to be called the SAMI, and you're going to need that number if you're going to be applying for government contracts. So you still need a DUNS number, but the DUNS number is not necessarily going to be required for federal contracts going forward, okay? So look out for the SAMI, but DUNS numbers, if you're planning on getting a line of credit for your business, you need the DUNS number so you can start establishing business credit. You need the DUNS number if you want to work with major retailers. Thanks, Joe. So make sure that you have that in your pocket as well. And if you needed training on how to get a DUNS number, guess what? Your girl did a live training on that as well. And you could go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and pick up the DUNS number training. All right. So we've picked our business entity. We have registered with the state. We have our EIN number. We have our DUNS number. You need a business bank account. And before we get ahead of ourselves, some banks are not going to let you open a business bank account without your articles of incorporation and your business operating agreement, right? But if you are already making money from a business, you want to at least set up a separate personal account until you get, ooh, my shirt just popped open. Don't mind me, y'all. Technical difficulties on the show. But yes. Okay. Oh, well, it's hot outside. Anyway, so you want to set up a separate personal bank account so that you can track the money coming in and out of your business, okay, until you can get your articles of incorporation. All right. As well, when you are ready to set up your official bank account, they're going to ask you for your articles of incorporation and they're going to ask you for your operating agreement. Your operating agreement is like your business's constitution. It says what your business is about, what y'all are doing, who's in charge, you know, what the business's purpose is. Your bank wants to know why are you in business? What is going on? So they're going to ask, hi, more for you, LLC. So they most likely they're going to ask you for an operating agreement. No, not all banks will ask. Thank you, that Brandon guy, but most will. Okay. And if you don't know how to write an operating agreement, your girl did a training on operating agreements. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and grab yourself a training. Okay. All right. So we talked about bank accounts. All right, we did our business entity, registered with the state, EIN number, DUNS number, bank account, operating agreement. Next thing you need contract templates. If you are going to be working with clients, if you are going to have business partners, you need contract templates. You do not want to be out here just taking people's words for things. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your sister. I don't care if it's your pastor. You need written out contracts so everybody knows what is expected of them. Because one, people's memories are not that great. People forget. People lie. People just try and disappear. So having an established contract, a legally binding contract is going to help you a lot in the long run. Look at everything that's been happening because of COVID. You've had a lot of contracts. Most people did not think about, a global pandemic. So people are trying to figure out, how do I enforce this contract, or how do I get out of this contract? You need to have solid contracts that cover, foreseen and, frankly, at this point, unforeseen circumstances. So having strong contract templates is very important as well. If you have your own contract templates, you are in a better position to negotiate your own terms. Because if you take somebody else's template, they've written it to their benefit, right? But you want your own contract so you can say, these are the things that I want. So you want to make sure you have your contract templates in order. And guess who does contract templates, my dear? Your girl. So make sure that you book a free consultation so we can discuss getting you a contract template package. Because I have, you can do one for $137, or you can do a package of 3 for $266. Okay. Hey, City of God's Philly. All right. So we have our contract templates. The next thing we need to think about, and this is the part that people, they're so concerned about, but so many people don't necessarily know how to go about it the right way. You need to start protecting your intellectual property. And when I'm talking about intellectual property, we're talking copyrights, trademarks, and patents, okay? So when I say copyrights protect your works of art. So all my artists out there, if paintings, poetry, books, movies, choreographed dances that have been performed for an audience and recorded, whatever you have created from your mind that is art, all of that needs to be protected by copyright, especially if you're worried about people stealing it. There is no such thing as the poor man's copyright anymore, where you can mail your stuff to yourself. As of March of 2019, the courts do not accept poor man's copyright anymore if you are coming to sue for copyright infringement. As of now, you must have a legally registered copyright if you ever want to sue someone for copyright infringement. And the way the news is looking, it's happening more and more every day. How many people have you seen? They're talking about their music has been stolen, their fashions have been stolen, anything that they have created, somebody's, made a copy of their picture. So copyrights are becoming very important. On the other side, we have trademarks. Those of you who have business names and logos and slogans, these are things that you want to protect. Think about McDonald's, think about Apple. You automatically know what their logos are, right? You know what their catchphrases are because they have been marketing and they have legally protected those phrases and logos. The same goes for you. The barrier to entry for business is very, very low right now. Frankly, all you really need is a social media handle and some type of bank account that people can send money to, and you could be out here making the shmoney. But you need, if you want to be an McDowell's, but if you want to be an established business, you need to start claiming claiming your land in these business streets. And the best way to do that is with your trademarks and making sure your business is registered. Now, look, it doesn't, your trademark, it could be the business name, it could be the logo, it could be the phrase. But if you have something that is representing your services or your goods out there in the marketplace, it is to your benefit to protect it. Why? Because stealing is happening. We have seen so many people, so many entrepreneurs, so many creatives out here have their ideas stolen by larger companies, and they can't do anything because they don't have any legal protection that they put on their hard work. And I don't want that to happen to you. So if you are out here in these business streets and you have a brand, it is to your benefit to start, figuring out whether you need a copyright, a trademark, or a patent. And if you want to know the difference between those, you want to go pick up my ebook collection called Protect Your Biz. It's a 3 ebook collection, and we go through the nitty-gritty of trademarks, copyrights, and patents. All right. So protecting your brand. Now, in the meantime, If I understand, money may be tight and you can't necessarily go for the trademark application. The trademark application is a few $100s. But at the very least, if you have a logo out there that is representing your brand or a name, you want to start putting the small TM in the corner. That doesn't give you any legal protection, but it does tell your industry, hey, I am out here. This is my brand. This is representing me in the marketplace. So don't touch it. And I'm working on getting it legally registered. All right. So that is our next step. So we have picked our business entity. We've gotten our EIN number. We've gotten our DUNS number. We've gotten our business bank account. We have our operating agreement. We have our contract templates, and we are protecting our intellectual property. What is next? No man is an island. No man is an island. Eventually, if you are really thinking about, building this business, you are going to have to build a team. And there are rules that come to hiring people to work for you. Now, this is different from hiring an independent contractor, someone who you just pay to do a specific task and then they go. But if you are hiring an employee, whether part-time or full-time, there are legal requirements and steps that you need to take to make sure that you are hiring fairly, that your employment process is fair, and that you are preparing your employee and setting them up for success in the workplace. Now, this includes having, a uniform hiring process in terms of your background checks. You can't do your background checks haphazard, do it for one and not do it for another. If you're doing background checks for one, you got to do background checks for all, okay? As well, you need to make sure that your employee knows what is expected of them. Writing a job description on a job board is one thing, but when your employee comes in and it is time to actually get down to the work and do it the way that you want it done, that is something that you're going to have to train your employee to do. And there are methods to do that, all right? So you want to make sure that your hiring process is already established and you have a routine so that you can hire your employees and not be, get sued for discrimination because, you did a background check for one person and didn't do it for another. So making sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Okay. So we've gone over all this. Picking your business entity, getting your EIN number, registering with the state, getting your DUNS number, having your contract templates ready, having your business bank account, protecting your intellectual property, hiring employees properly. These are the basic building blocks of getting your business established. They are not the only things. There are little steps in between, but if you are starting out on the road to entrepreneurship, these are the major steps that you're going to want to take care of. And I went through them very quickly. However, if you want a more in-depth discussion of how to get these things established, you can pick up my business startup basics package. It's basically a crash course into entrepreneurship where we go into each of the steps in depth and give examples and, tell you where you can find this information. Okay. Now, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown because we've been doing this show for so long and we got into a routine that sometimes we can forget that there are those who are new and don't necessarily know all the things that we know. So that's why I wanted to do this today for anybody who is watching, for anybody who may, come upon this later, so that you understand what is expected of you when you are starting a business. All right. So we have about 10 minutes. I'm going to leave this open for Q&A right now because we haven't done a long Q&A in a while and we have a significant amount of time. And I really and we have some new people here and I want to, answer any questions that you guys may have. Hi, Casey Wise. While I wait for your questions, so you can ask me anything on, having to do with registering your business, EIN numbers, trademarking, copyrights, contracts, hiring employees. Those are the questions that I'm here to answer for you, your startup questions. Okay. While we do that, I want to remind you, the inspiration for this episode was my conversation with that Brandon guy who was in the broadcast right now. We were just kind of going over what you need to know as an entrepreneur. And I realized that I hadn't done that in a while on here. And I wanted to give that to you guys because, y'all are my people. I want to make sure that y'all are taken care of out here. You're not, tripping in these business streets. So this is your time to ask me your questions about your businesses. If you wanted to have a consultation with me, but you just didn't have the time now is the time. All right. I want to remind you, all of the products that I told you about, all of the steps that I told you about, I have digital products that correspond with them. So if if you're having a little trouble doing them and you need some guidance, I have video trainings. You can pick all of these up if you go to my e-store, gumroad.com/NPL consulting firm. I'm going to put it in these comments here. Hold on one second. gumroad.com/NPL consulting firm. Okay. So I put my e-store in the comments on Facebook. Let me put it here for y'all. Sorry. NPL consulting firm. Wait, that's not even right. Hold on. How do you delete? Can I? No, that's not right. That first one isn't right, y'all. Don't type that in. Gumroad.com/ Sorry for the delay. You know this is a one-man show. We make it work however we can make it work. All right. Yes. Sorry, my button popped open, y'all. I'm trying to keep it decent on the show. All right. So yes. So now is time for Q&A. If you have questions about the startup process, about any of my services, the ones that I am really pushing right now is I want you, like, guys, this is the time for you to be able to regroup. Yes, I know that, Corona, it has hit a lot of us hard, but it has also given us time to sit back and reflect and think about what are the things that we want to do. And a lot of you have these amazing business ideas that you have been thinking about for a long time. This is the perfect time to launch them. And I want to help you do that. Now, some people, they're self-starters and they can do it, but a lot of people, they need that kind of legal guide to help them so that am I pushing the right button? Is this the right thing to choose? Is this where I go? And that is what I help you do. Now, you can do this through multiple ways. You can do this through my startup strategy solutions packages, where I write out the entire process for you. I give you the active link so you can go where you need to go, and you can do it at your own pace. The other option that you have is to get that solutions package and bundle it with a 1-hour coaching session with me, where we go through all of those processes together and I help you complete it. All right. So I don't leave you out here. Renee Plan said, during my reflection, I was introduced to freight brokerage dispatching. Seems interesting. Well, hey, if it seems interesting, now is the time to start. What is holding you back? Nothing. Make sure that you guys go to the link in my bio, linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm, and download. That Brandon's guy said that's dope, Renee. Make sure you download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet. It's not as extensive as the Business Startup Basics video training, but it will give you that launching pad to getting your business off the ground and even help you choose the business if you're not necessarily sure what kind of business you should start. Okay. What else do I want to tell you guys? So we've got about 4 more minutes. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them. Or have I done just such a good job that y'all don't have any? I want to thank you again, Brandon, for inspiring this episode where, like I said, we got back to basics. I just wanted to let y'all know this is what you need to be doing out here in these streets. Yes, we have these stories and we laugh and, about, people just doing crazy things out here in these streets. But at the end of the day, awesome. But at the end of the day, This is about us learning how to be business owners. The reason why I do this is because I want to make the business formation process as accessible to everyone as possible. A lot, like I say in my intro, a lot of you have amazing business ideas, but y'all don't want to go to law school and y'all don't want to go to business school. And that is completely okay. You don't have to. Thank you, Brandon. But even if you don't want to, you still need to know certain concepts. Okay. Renee Plan said, this field is new territory for me. I will need some kind of training. Renee Plans, I'm sure there is some kind of coach out there who to help you. I'm assuming when you're talking freight brokerage and dispatching, that has to do kind of with the trucking industry. There is someone, if I'm wrong, please let me know, but there is someone who I follow on Instagram. The Instagram account is called The Trucking Guru. You may want to check them out, okay? But yeah, so hopefully that helps you. So any questions, guys? Renee is out here making plans, all right? Renee is out here. She's going to start her dispatching empire. All right, so we have about 2 more minutes before we end for the evening. Goodness. I'm out here. I was trying to be a respectable lady on this evening. It's all right. It's hot. I'm sweating, y'all. But, yes. So on that note, I want to wish y'all a good evening. Take care of yourselves. We are going to be back here tomorrow evening with actual stories. Plus, it was a light day today. There was literally no interesting stories, and I did not want to bore y'all. I'm glad that you found the information helpful, Ronan Poe. But yes, we will be back here tomorrow. Make sure you tell your friends. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. Make sure you subscribe. You're welcome, Dr. Tammy Francis. Thank you, that Brandon guy, you too. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast. You're welcome, Renee Plans. I wish you luck in your dispatching business, all right? So that is what I'm going to leave you guys with. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I will not be as dressed up as this. I was only just dressed up because I was on Brandon's show. So it's going to be t-shirts and braids tomorrow night, okay? Good night, guys. Bye.